Good day, lords and ladies, and welcome back to another tricks and tips video with me, Cornish-Knight, for Battle Brothers. Now, we're going to jump into scenarios again. We have done Defend the Hill, so we're just going to do line battle against the undead. This scenario features two lines pitted against each other in close combat from the start. It is difficult. Now, from this point onwards, we're getting into the more challenging scenarios. I mean, in my last actual Let's Play video, we fought Wolf Riders and we lost a lot of people. So, well, we lost two people. One of them was one of my crossbowmen, which I'm not particularly happy about, but you can't really do anything about it. So let's choose line battle undead. If we just, oh dear, okay, something's gone wrong. So I didn't mean to do that. Options. Audio. There we go. Retreat. Sorry about that. Wondered why the music wasn't working. I was fiddling with stuff and hadn't turned the sound back on. Right, now I suppose we're fighting the undead. A lot of ranged weapons aren't going to be useful, so can we move the organisation of our line? No, we can't. Okay, this is going to be interesting. So we need to be giving our crossbowmen some decent armour at least. The new update that they have planned introduces a new crossbow to the game, which looks really nice. Let's give them some decent armour. You don't want to give your crossbowmen helmets, which reduces vision. That's a big no-no. Who do we have? For a start, we want to switch out these shields. Good tip for Battle Brothers: as soon as possible, start upgrading your party shields, because you really need to. And also, we want to basically be giving them better helmets at the least. You don't want anyone. I need to understand why the game is basically allowing people to run about with such rubbishy armour on. Probably a great axe. That might be the best bet. Give him the great axe. I mean, his initiative is quite low, but I get the distinct feeling in this close for melee maximum fatigue. Ooh. Do I want to give him that? I might give him that instead. The problem I have with the full-faced helmets is that they really eat into your fatigue. I'm not a fan of them myself. Has everyone got decent enough armour? Do I want to give someone another axe, perhaps? Rather than a billhook. I mean, billhooks are great for like stacking stuff, but it's one of these hard decisions. Let's just go with great axes for everybody. Pretty much. Give two great swords. Spears, keeping enemy at bay. Against the undead. That's not a great idea, because you want stuff that can cleave through shields and Devastating blows. That should do. I don't know. Archers, I don't... maybe I should just have one archer. Because against undead, depending on what undead you're fighting, it can be useful or just plain pointless. And I'd rather have people that I can actually rely on in a fight. Now let's just go with that. Yeah, because see, they've got loads of skeletons, so there's no point having loads of archers if they've got loads of skeletons. Right. Amour in the code, which is not a great use. And they've got a necromancer. Right, we're going to have to press. Skeleton archers, they outnumber us by about 2 to 1, so we're going to have to push. We're going to have to push right now to kill this necromancer. This is going to be our primary goal. Yeah, and they've got a solid guard. I forgot I'd left him with the shield on. We're going to have to basically do an aggressive push. Those pikemen are going to be a pain, but we're going to have to push. We're going to have to push right now. He's an undead hero if I've ever seen him. Yeah. And the problem is we do not have height advantage, and that's a great wielder, a weapon wielder. The problem is we have to push because the undead will just keep getting back up. It's not a fantastic plan, but they are relatively out of ideas at this point, right off the bat. If we put that guy in there to block that gap, one of the great weapon users, we'll send him down here. Basically, we're just gonna have to hack through. Another fallen hero. He's got 3 fallen heroes, which is not fantastic. Hopefully we can clear our space and keep going, but that way, okay. Yeah, he's remote controlling them. It's not fantastic. I hate it when they remote control undead. Yeah, we're just going to have to do a mincer and just hack. Either that, or I can try and get a pot shot off against a necromancer. If I can get my archer in far enough. Yeah, they're trying to make a phalanx, which isn't fantastic. And there's one of the heroes connecting. This is going to get interesting really quickly. This kind of battle is a bad idea, to be honest. You shouldn't normally be getting into this situation with your party. This amount of high level undead is a bad combination. Right, first off we need to... Well, we need to actually try and kill them, which would be nice. The fallen hero is going to be a pain. But we had to try and take care of him. 52% chance. Come on. Curses. The percentages are not with us today, it seems. Overheaded strike. And we keep missing. The undead keep getting back up. Can I get necromancer from here? No. Hold turn. Out. Ah. To be honest, I would have never gotten into this fight if I was playing, so it's one of these hard situations where it's a difficult fight to win because you have the necromancer constantly raising the undead. So we need to smash a gap through, but my guys can't hit for toffee, so yeah, he's bringing them back, so I have to try and somehow get through. This is a bad situation to be in. I don't even know why they have this scenario. I suppose they're putting it in place for the late game content. But as you can see, skeletons are really no joke. Cursed undead. Right, we smashed through, we need to get through. I missed every one of that with that spin attack. Are you serious? We need to push. I need to get through that gap. He's going to try and... oh yeah, see, he's raising the undead all over the place. This is a bad situation to be in. I don't even know why you'd be facing off against twice your number of skeletons on flat ground. The problem is that you've got high level enemies, you've got a summoner who's basically rising them constantly from the grave, and you've got no way to basically deal with it. Not easily, anyway. Now he's raising my undead troops. Yeah, this is the problem, is the fact that I know this is supposed to be a hard difficulty, but this is basically a nigh on impossible scenario in some regards. If nothing else, it shows you just how dangerous late stage undead can be. And as always, the number gods do not like us, because everything we do basically gets stopped. Problem is I can't fight through to get to the necromancer, so there's no... this is... Maybe I should have tried to go around flanked. I don't know. Probably in hindsight I should have probably gone this way around, more open terrain, more places to get through. The problem is I've got this stuff here blocking me from moving, which is not particularly great. Cursed. So look, he just keeps on controlling people and rising people from the grave. I cannot get through to him. Plus the undead don't take injuries, which means that the longer a battle goes on, the greater disadvantage you are at fighting them. So... Great. Just trying to think of ways that I can try and smash through and get to the actual necromancer, because he's basically going to keep on rising people from the grave unless I put him down. My plan had been to basically try and use the crossbowman, but he keeps just rising people up. Yeah, I'm sorry, but this is a really hard scenario, and don't give me the whole, oh, it's a difficult scenario thing, because you're outnumbered 2 to 1 by relatively high level undead. This goes from beyond being high level to being nigh on suicidal if you actually... Plus you've got to remember, these guys aren't like leveled characters, these are all level 1 characters with no perks, no equipment, no skills. Well, they got equipment, but they don't have any skills, and they don't have any levels, which are the thing that is the important thing to remember. This is bad. I can't see ourselves winning this. If nothing else, this does demonstrate just how scary the undead faction can be. Yeah, we've pretty much lost. There's no way we can win this right now. Yeah, pretty much it's done. I'm going to keep on going for the sake of commitment, but normally how you would deal with this situation would be you would try and flank around and get to the necromancer, because in this kind of situation the necromancer is your main threat. But in this situation where they outnumber you 2 to 1, they have, and these aren't like low level undead. Skeletons aren't low level undead, they're actually like mid-tier undead. And you've got fallen heroes, which are considered to be like high tier undead. and we've got, don't get me wrong, we had relatively good equipment, but you have no levels. You've got to remember, in this game, levels are really important. So yeah, it was a hard mission to begin with, combined with the fact that the terrain here, I couldn't get around this bulk to try and get the necromancer, so we got overrun, which is something that you do have to be careful with when fighting the undead. Plus the necromancer is rising all our dead comrades up to fight us, so it's not a fantastic thing. At least in this video you can just see how dangerous the undead are. In a long drawn out battle, you need to end battles with the undead quickly. It was... Okay, I'm going to be honest with you here. There could have been ways I could have done it. I could have probably taken a lot more pole arms, so I could basically have had multiple people fighting in the same line. What else? Maybe if they had longer bows, I could have probably maybe been able to snipe him. The problem is that as long as the necromancer survives, you're at a massive disadvantage. You have to kill the necromancer. So, it's one of these hard decisions. There are multiple ways to deal with it. Sorry about that. I've been Cornish-Knight. If you've liked, please press the like button. If you're subscribed, please press the subscription button. You can follow me on Facebook and Twitter at the links provided below. And I hope you all have a lovely day. Goodbye.